Hey guys, it's your girl Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. We got a little lighthearted transformation here today. I've got my extra set of hands here. This is my daughter Chloe's hands, and she is about to go to senior prom, and these nails are not exactly prom ready. So I'm going to take you through this transformation today. We're going to take these short little bitten nail nubbies and turn them into some beautiful mid-length coffins with a little bit of glam. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then stick around. We're getting into it. Okay, so I gotta tell you, Chloe is a very special young lady, beautiful inside and out, and I promise I would say that even if I wasn't her mom. But she does have one nasty little habit, and that is biting her nails. And we have tried some things throughout the last year to try to get her to stop. The most recent thing we were doing was putting on those kiss and press nails with some nail glue. And that was actually working pretty well, except that she started developing the nervous tick of peeling them off when they started to lift. So as you can see, she does have a bit of nail damage here, mostly towards the end of the nail. And otherwise, her cuticle area and her skin around her nails is in pretty healthy shape. But yeah, the nails are definitely damaged here, so I'm not going to deny that. It's definitely something we're working on, but it's not going to be something we'll be able to fix overnight. And anybody who deals with anxiety and stress, biting of the nails and the like will understand what that's like. And I definitely was the same way when I was her age. I didn't stop biting my nails till I believe I was about 21 and I was about to get married. And then finally I got the motivation to do it. But anyway, I digress. The point is we cannot fix these overnight, and she does not want to take these nails like this to prom, which I totally understand. So lucky for her, she has a mom who loves to do nails. We're going to get these nails all fixed up. Okay, so short-term fix, we have some iGel Beauty Medium Coffin Pro Gel tips. That's what we're going to be using to extend the length of her nail. As you can see, I've already got one here that I have already sized and etched, and I'm going to be just applying these to her nails. Now, I do have a video on this process that I did on myself, and if you did not see that one, I will have it linked for you in the cards. So I'm not really going to go too in depth with this part, but I just kind of want you to see a little bit of this transformation here. And we're starting with the protein bond, and I'm giving this two very good layers because we are actually working with a natural nail now. So she doesn't have any bit of product on there or builder gel at all. This is just her natural nail, so we got to make sure we get really good adherence because we want these to last. And by the way, the Liquid Layers Studio hand rest came in big handy for this job because it was much easier just having her place her hand on this for me to get to it. Honestly, I have never done anyone's nails ever, and except for maybe like when we were all young and we did each other's nails at sleepovers and stuff. I never, as an adult, have done anybody else's nails, so I wasn't honestly sure how this was going to go. I was like, gosh, I hope I don't screw this up or she's going to be really upset at me for ruining her prom nails. But fortunately things went pretty well. So what I'm showing you here is this triple D cupcake lamp, which I picked up not just for her but just for general use for using with these gel tips because it's pretty nice. You just push this little button on right here and it turns it on. I believe it's either 30 or 60-second increments. I'm sorry guys, I'm bad with time. But that way you can kind of just pop it on and then put on your tip and then put it under that lamp and go ahead and get it flash cured. I just really like the open design of it. I think it's really handy. So I'm just going to leave a little tip application in here. I'll let you watch just for a minute. But this is iGel Beauty's Pro Gel Base that we're using, which is what I used in my video. And so far, so good. They've been on for about a week and no lifting, knock on wood. Okay, so as you can see, we got some nice length built up here. It's not so long that it's unreasonable for somebody with her size hands and her duties at school, but it's long enough to give a little bit of a glam vibe. So she's already telling me how happy she is with these. And the fit was really good. We were able to find great sizes for her and they went on really well. And honestly, like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do any of this on somebody else. And actually I found it much easier to get them straight on somebody else's hand than my own. So go figure. Alright, so I'm going to pop a little screenshot up here of what Chloe asked me to do, with the exception of the butterflies that she did not want. Otherwise, we pretty much used this mani for inspiration and just changed that butterfly nail to a glitter nail. So we picked out some colors that we thought would go really well and get pretty close to the vibe of that look. So we decided as a base we were going to use CN Designer Dip's Petal Soft, and this is one that can be built up to be pretty opaque, but on one layer it's usually pretty sheer and very, I guess, cool tone sheer pink, so it's a really good base for French nails or some kind of French nail design for somebody who has pale, cool skin tone, but just one layer for that so we didn't get too much opacity. And then I have here Vivid Glamco's Wink, which I'm sorry it's in an older package, but it's one of my first dips I purchased. And then I also have Sparkle & Co.'s Powder Outfit. Now she really wanted Wink, but I had grabbed Powder Outfit just because I wasn't sure if we were going to get enough depth. But what she wanted was pretty subtle, so I didn't end up using it after all. And then for the glitter we picked out CN Designer Dip's Diamond Sheer because she thought it was just really pretty and sparkly. And then we grabbed these two rhinestone sets. We were trying to figure out what we wanted to use. We ended up using the package on the right, which I'll show you here in a bit. But we wanted something to add the rhinestone detail in, but we wanted it not to be too obnoxiously big because she was going to keep these nails on for a while. Okay, essentially what we are doing on 3 of the nails is a scrub ombre, so we're going to do a base layer of this Petal Soft, but only one layer of that because we want to keep it really sheer and very natural looking because we want the ombre to be more like almost like a French ombre if we were doing scrub ombre for a French design. So yeah, I'm just going to apply a layer of this. I'm going to dip it into the Petal Soft, and then I'm going to pick up my trusty e.l.f. brush that I like to use for scrub ombre and scrub Wink into that. Now I was really concerned because I did test it on a swatch stick that I wasn't going to get enough color from Wink, and that's not the powder's problem, it's just that these two shades are so close together. I wasn't sure if we were going to get enough punch from the purple, but what we wanted was really subtle, and actually it ended up being perfect. It wasn't too light and it wasn't too dark. It was just a nice, really pretty gradient. So I'm glad we didn't add that extra powder in there because Wink ended up just being perfect on its own. Alright, so we're going to end up just repeating that process on these other 2 fingers, and I'll speed through this because we do something a little bit different with the second layer. Alright, so for the second layer, instead of the pink, this time we're going to be dipping into the clear, and then we are going to scrub this color into the clear. So I mentioned this as an option for you when I did my scrub ombre video, so if you didn't see that one, I will have that link for you in the cards because I do kind of compare the 2 different methods there. But for this one, it served 2 purposes. One, because we didn't want any more color from the pink, so we just wanted something clear over the top of that to keep the color the way it was. And 2, because clear will have a tendency to pick up the color better than a colored powder. It's just because if you think about it, you're not really diluting the color with another color. So you're going to see it as Wink goes on to the clear that we get a much deeper application. And it's still subtle, don't get me wrong. We definitely get a little bit more color from the clear layer. Alright, so again, we're going to just repeat that same process with the clear and scrubbing the purple into that on these other 2 nails. So after the 2 layers, I gave her a quick decision she was going to have to make. We were either going to do another layer of the clear with scrubbing the purple into it, or we were just going to do a clear dip to encapsulate. So I told her, I was like, look, you have a couple seconds once I put this base coat on to make a decision, so be ready. So she decided that after I put the base coat over top and she got a clear look of what it was going to look like, that she liked it the way it was. So we just clear encapsulated it so that when we went to file and buff, we didn't have to worry about losing any of that color. And that was it. So she was super happy with the way this ombre looked, and it's pretty close to the picture, I think. Alright, so after we finished all that, we went ahead and activated just to make sure we didn't get any glitter transfer when we were doing the glitter nails. So basically what we did was 1 layer of the Petal Soft with the scrub with a wink into it, then a clear layer with the scrub, a wink into it, and then just a clear encapsulation. So only 3 layers, so that meant we didn't have to do very much filing and buffing. They looked pretty good actually as they were. Alright, so for the glitter, Chloe chose out Diamond Sheer because she liked the kind of sheer iridescent-y look of it. It was white, but it was more like an iridescent white and very sheer. So it just made a really pretty effect that we felt would go really well with the vibe of the mani. And again, pretty similar to what the kind of effect that was used in the photo.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get loud, you come on, lose control. Got to live or we get too old. Come on, shine, shine a little tonight.
Alright, so once we finished the 2 layers of the glitter, we went ahead and clear encapsulated these as well and activated those until we got all of our dip layers finished. So by now, Chloe's already starting to see them come together, and she's saying all the nice things like she's never going to take these off, she's going to wear these forever, I'm the nail tech of the year, to which I explained to her I'm not a nail tech, and you know, all the sweet things that your children, when they want to build you up, when they want to be sweet kids, you know, makes you feel nice. So as you can see, this turned out really well with just a couple layers on each finger. We're going to need to do very little filing and buffing, mostly just cleaning up the shaper on the edge and then maybe a little bit of buffing on the top, and that is it. So far so good. So I'm going to jump off camera with these and file and buff them. Alright, all cleaned up and we are ready for a little bling. So just like the photo, we're going to put a little bit of rhinestone detail on this middle finger, and then on the pinky we decided to leave the thumb with just the ombre. But that way we have a little bit of something to tie in that diamond sheer with the ombre. So as you can see, we went ahead and did our gel base and top coat on all the fingers we were done with. So that was the 2 glitter fingers and then the thumb. And now we're ready to do those 2 accent nails. So we're just going to start with a layer of gel base on both of these fingers, and then we will apply the rhinestones over top with jewelry gel and top coat. Now I've showed you guys this stuff before, but in case you haven't seen those videos, this stuff is sticky. It is thick and sticky just like builder gel, but imagine thicker and stickier than builder gel. But the thing is it works amazingly. So all you need to do is put a little bit of that where you're going to place your rhinestones, and don't worry too much about it if it doesn't really self-level. It will kind of self-level out as you put the top coat on it and let it sit for a bit. But, you know, again, I knew she was going to be wearing these for a while, and I knew she was going to be dancing and doing all the fun things that people do at prom, so we needed to make sure these were going to hang on. So once you apply your jewelry gel, you do not clear, you go right in with your top coat over top of that, and you just gently kind of brush it over the areas where you put the gel, the jewelry gel, and then that way you're not messing with it too much and pulling it down too far. That way it's just lightly gliding over where that jewelry gel is, and then you can go ahead and get the rest of the nail top coated so that once you get your jewelry gel cured, it's all done. Alright, so we chose the little teeny tiny ones in the packet that I showed you earlier, and I'll have those linked down in the box below. But we chose those just because they looked a little bit more holographic, and so it kind of matched with the diamond sheer glitter a little bit better. But little word of warning, these are not flat backs. We didn't know that when we ordered them. They're actually like regular sized, regular shaped gems. But because they're so small, it wasn't too hard to get them to lay in there nicely, and I think they would be beautiful as like a full cover nail with these sort of like caviar beads. But in any case, they looked really soft and pretty and dainty with this mani. But yeah, definitely a bit of a challenge more than usual because these are not flat backs. But as long as you get enough jewelry gel on there and get your top coat on there pretty well, then you shouldn't have any issues getting them to lie the way you want them to. So just like the photo, we're going to be putting like 5 or 6 here on the middle nail to make that kind of cuticle shape design. And then on the pinky one, we're just going to put a single one all by its lonesome. Let me tell you, this tool from Vivid Glam Co., this precision tool, came in so much handy in placing these stones and then moving them. And then you got the cuticle tool on the other side. It was just perfect for this mani. It made it so much easier. And then, like I said, once you got all your gems placed, you just pop it in the lamp for a cure, and then you don't have to worry about going back over top of that with a top coat because everything's already done. So kind of makes a little seamless look there with the gems. Okay guys, so here is the finished set, and doesn't she look ready for prom? I think these nails are fit for a princess, and like I said, she could not believe how beautiful they turned out. She was so excited, so excited. So we are finishing up her mani with a sample of I Make Poor Decisions. It's a cuticle balm from Scales of a Mermaid, and I have to talk to you a little bit about this because when I got this as a sample in my order, I thought, oh, I don't think I really want this sample. And then I opened it, I was like, oh my God, this smells amazing. So the owner shared something with me recently that I thought was really impressive, and I asked her if it was okay to share, and she said it was. So what she said is that she never wants a person who orders from her to feel like just a customer. She likes to put a personal touch on her orders. So she said when somebody places an order, she tries to pick a sample that kind of goes with the vibe of what they've ordered. But she said if it's a recurring customer, she likes to put in a sample of some scent that she thinks they might be afraid of trying. And boy, did she have me pegged with this one. I'm going to put the scent notes up for you on the screen, but all I can tell you is that when it comes to alcohol-y type scents, I'm usually not a fan. And that may just be because I haven't had one where they've done it right. And this one really was done right, and it's lovely smelling, but it's not an offensive alcohol-y kind of smell. I don't know how to explain it, but I haven't really found one that was based off alcoholic drinks that I enjoyed until this one, and now I have to have it. So fortunately, I have a discount code, which I will be putting to very good use. And as a reminder for you, I do have a discount code for you as well, and it's Carrie10. It's good now through April 22nd, so make sure you use it. And just trust me when I tell you that if you don't think you're going to like I Make Poor Decisions, unless you're nuts, you're going to love it, because from somebody who didn't think they would even enjoy that scent, I absolutely have to have it. So I'm just wiping off the nails just because a little bit of that cuticle balm did get on there. But I did want to also mention that I love the balms, especially in a variety of scents, because they're perfect to throw in a purse or a work bag. You don't have to worry about them spilling. And I love that at work I can quickly get on that cuticle balm after a hand washing and go right back to work on my keyboard without making a mess. So highly recommend those balms. Sorry, I know I went off on a little bit of a tangent there, but I think that's really important to share because that's what's wonderful about small businesses when they're done right. And you got to love somebody who cares that much about their business and their customers. So kudos to them. Okay guys, so here's the completed look. So Chloe's nails are all ready for prom, so we just need to finish up the hair, makeup, and the dress, and we're out the door. So of course I will show you some close-ups of the nails, give you a little before and after, and I'll show you some photos of her in her dress with her date. They looked really cute together. So I know this was a little bit more of a lighthearted video, guys, not so much instructional, but I hope you had fun with it and enjoyed it. If you did, it would help me out so much if you would give me a thumbs up down below. And while you're there, if you have not subscribed already, I hope you will consider subscribing before you go. And don't forget that notification bell. We got new content coming every Tuesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Central. As always, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no.
So this is Chloe's date, Cade, and isn't his pink suit amazing? I love it. I think they look so cute together, like this cute little pastel couple. But FYI, Cade is also her boyfriend and a wonderful young man, so he took very good care of her on prom night.
Let's get loud.